Hello, I'm recording this on July 18th, 2024, and that means two things. I had a great week off. I hope you did too. But it's also time for the Darkness News Update, sponsored by Yuma and their line of darkness-ready lighting. These are dimmable, color selectable, they're diffuse, they're shielded. They come in 3 different form factors for what you need, whether you need an acorn or or a street light. They're really a great option, and I think you should check them out. That's evluma.com. The link to the product line is in the description. But let's do the news. A new study from Rush University has correlated sky glow with Alzheimer's disease. This is just taking a bunch of data and correlating the fact that the brighter sky glow is, we have higher incidences of Alzheimer's. And what's interesting is that it is the strongest correlative factor in subjects under 25. The National Park Service has tested a new fisheye lens for measuring ALAN and sky quality conditions. This is some custom software, but a bunch of off-the-rack, off-the-shelf camera gear that can assess sky quality much faster than current methods. We're talking seconds as opposed to a very long time-lapse photo and software package. Ghent University has created a light and noise policy analysis team. This is part of their Plan B consortium, generally working on light pollution regulations in the EU. Dark Sky International has endorsed the U.S. Dark and Quiet Skies Act. This is a Senate bill on satellite pollution. They're calling it a small but needed step. We have a study published in PLOS One showing that we are underestimating collision deaths for birds. They may actually exceed 1 billion fatalities per year. Scotland's Rural College is working with local governments and the Scottish Wildlife Trust to improve lighting to assist bats in a number of rural regions of Scotland. Light pollution is making the brains of spiders smaller. This is orb-weaving spiders. This is an Australian study, and it shows that even short-term exposure to ALAN is altering the matter of their primary eye neurons. Gunnison Gorge in Colorado is now recognized as a dark sky park. The conservation area is in West Colorado. It covers 63,000 acres and 225 miles of trails, most of those accessible at night. Tubac, Arizona is a dark sky community. It's a border town in Arizona, and it's near the Fred Lawrence Whipple Observatory. Lewes, Delaware is meeting on their dark sky initiative, with the Planning Commission has plans for a pilot project before setting any permanent public policy. Corrales, New Mexico is debating updates to their lighting codes. They do want to start adding shielding rules, but they're debating how they want to implement that, whether it's a complete switch or it'll be whenever you renovate. We'll see how that goes. In California, 3 counties are pushing homeowners to reduce lighting. Castaic, Palmdale, and Topanga are under a special district for lighting, and they are raising awareness through brochures before they start doing any enforcement action. We have new lighting regs and enforcement in Sanibel, Florida. They're rebuilding after a hurricane, and they want to remind everyone that you need shielding for downlights everywhere, and you can't point anything at the beach at all. Yuma, Arizona is adding shielding requirements for their publicly owned lighting. Kane County, Illinois has set a new light pollution law for low brightness and low CCTs near their Forest Preserve District. The St. Louis Arch is making a tradition of going dark for migration. This is their 4th year running of being off for a month both in the spring and the fall for migration season. Misiones, Argentina is working on night restoration, specifically in the Iberia National Park, limiting lighting use to improve the lifestyles of tapirs. In Cody, Wyoming, let's go back to Cody, Wyoming, and the ongoing story of a proposed LDS temple. This would have a 101-foot tower at the front, and it would be illuminated all night long. There have been 2 lawsuits related to this thing going through, and a judge has declared that it can go forward, and the extra lighting conditions are invalid. That means that they can go ahead with the lighting they planned on. In Holmes Beach, Florida, illuminated kayak tours may proceed. This is based on a citizen complaint of a lawsuit saying that they were the illuminated kayak tours, guided kayak tours with illuminated kayaks that are also see-through, was harming the local manatees and waterfowl front properties, but the judge has found that the complaint is not valid or thorough. It's insufficient. In Great Neck, New York, after a series of spirited debates, they will be going ahead with LED street lighting. 780 lamps are getting switched out. In Fort Myers, Florida, we have a feud between the Margarita Resort and local wildlife officials over TV placement. A beachside bar, their TVs are pointed at the beach, and they believe may be causing distractions to sea turtles. And some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know these decisions aren't really made very deliberately, often by accident, and no one's entirely at fault, and we should just work to improve how we design spaces more deliberately. We like deliberate design around here. And also, we should rethink whether or not we need TVs in every bar. We could rethink that. Do. Yeah, my songwriting career is over. Reflect Orbital is going to be bouncing daylight around the Earth at night. This is a new satellite startup that will offer reflectivity to hit your solar panels at night if you need it. Right now, they're planning on one satellite next year, but they do want a whole network of this. And if this sounds familiar, yes, this is the third company to do this James Bond villain plan, which is one more company than there are good James Bond movies. Lastly, Google Nest will be adding brightness controls to their thermostats. They will allow dimming if you have a thermostat that's been bothering you at night. Otherwise, I want to thank you for your time and your attention. I want to thank TED Magazine, the Lighting and Darkness Foundation, Luma. I've been Scott Wachter. Take care of yourself.